As a person and as a professional, do you believe, Mr. Umland, that the world will ever see Putin? I know he's indicted by the International Criminal Court, but did you believe he would ever be arrested?
That's difficult to say. What I could imagine is that if Ukraine wins this war, that the regime will change, and then Putin would perhaps lose his power, and what then happens to him is difficult to foresee. I would rather not believe in it. I hope for it, but maybe that's also not the most important part of it. The fact that he's already indicted now for this horrendous crime of child deportation is, I think, by itself already a big step forward.
Indeed. He's going to Xi Jinping, to his friend with no limits, or whatever that means. What the world should expect, what Ukraine should expect?
I think the crucial question is here whether China is going to support Russia economically and militarily in a significant way. If China decides to do so, and I'm not enough an expert on China to know about this, then Ukraine would indeed be in trouble. However, if these meetings are all sort of sweet talk, as we know from Chinese leaders like to do that.
Exactly.
They have always this very sweet and friendship without boundaries. And now the map of China was published, and it was a disclosure what is meant without boundaries.
Well, that was literally without boundaries.
Yes, without boundaries.
Xi Jinping told me.
Yeah,
I mean, this is the way.
So if that all remains in the rhetorical sphere and the support is symbolic and or marginal, then I think it doesn't matter actually that much, whatever then Xi may say. But if we see here indeed a change of priorities in Beijing happening, and then delivery of significant weaponry, that's going to be a real problem.
What about Orban? Okay, Xi Jinping, I can understand. Putin wants, if not friendship without boundaries, that some help. But Orban?
Yeah, Orban is bizarre, especially against the background that Hungary has its own history with the Tsarist Empire and also with Soviet Russia. So hundreds of thousands of Hungarians have suffered from Russian imperialism.
Just by the way.
Yeah, but you know, Lajos Kossuth or Imre Nagy, the leaders of this sort of independence movement in the 19th and 20th century, they're probably turning in their graves right now when this is all happening. This is all very sad, actually. I still remember, I'm from East Germany. I remember the late 1980s when Hungary was really the most forward-looking country, when it was the most westernized country, and it was actually sort of breaking up the old Iron Curtain, and had a leading role. And now it's suddenly fallen into this very strange role of a supporter of Putin within the EU and NATO.
Do you think when you're saying it, you mean the whole country, or whether we're talking about Orban?
Yes, I guess it's mainly Orban and the people around him. I guess it's not the whole country, but unfortunately they rule the country, and Orban has a grip on the countries, and he's using the weight of the country, the relative weight that the country has in NATO and in the EU to make all sorts of trouble, and now also making some trouble even for countries like Sweden, with the accession of Sweden to NATO. This is all bizarre.
What's to expect?
I don't know. I think there should be much more pressure here from all sides, from the US, from the EU, from NATO, to make Hungary behave. Otherwise, they should leave. I mean, why are they in these organizations if they actively sabotaging its both domestic affairs and foreign affairs?